where you put the water. I think God. And then in the bathroom, I'm not so excited. The room, the window I open, there's no view. It wasn't so I went down and I told him, dude, I just married once. He didn't look at our website. So I can lie. So I told him like being spiritual is I'm married and this is very and I said I'll work out one day. I'll work out my room to upgrade. And then he said that, okay, come back at 1:15 and we'll see what we can do. So I went for a brunch with Tilo and his girlfriend, and I came back and I said I have a room available, and he gave me all the way to the top. It's like 20 seconds on the top floor.
Technical difficulties.
I want them to kiss.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope everybody can hear me and Susan here. We have a few words to say to everybody here. So, first I'd like to start by extending a warm welcome to all the relatives and friends who have joined us today for the wedding party number 2 to celebrate Orly and Avishay's marriage. Some of you arrived all the way from India, all the way there. Some other arrived from Austria. And some other from Toronto, from Calgary, Cold Lake, Massachusetts. And some of you came from the island of Montreal. For those of you who don't know us, I think most of you know us, but we are all his parents. And yes, we had something to do with the creation of this beautiful bride.
So as you all know, I think, Orly was our firstborn, and we anticipated her arrival with great excitement. It was a very magical time for us. I remember holding her in my arms when she was about a day or 2 days old, and I was sitting alone in my hospital room with her. Not alone, she was with me. And I remember thinking, she's not like other babies. She's so beautiful. She's so smart. She's so special.
And we were not wrong. Even as a young girl, she was very special.
Can the people in back hear me? No. Yeah? It's okay. No? Okay, I'll try to go a bit louder. Sorry. So, Orly was always a wonderful sister. When her brother Elliot was about 2 months old, she began sharing her snacks with him. She was very kind. And the first time that she did that, she was eating little cubes of cheese. And, he was sitting in his infant seat, like kind of beside her. And she thought it would be a nice gesture, so she stuck about a 1-inch cube of cheese into his mouth. I guess you don't remember that. Anyways, but she was always a great sister. Seriously, though, they were really very, very cute together. One of my fondest memories is when they were very young. Our bedroom had like a walk-in closet, and they would, on Saturday mornings, very quietly gather their toys and bring them into the bedroom, into the closet, and then play in the closet, and that way they thought they were letting us sleep. Of course, we were wide awake and listening to everything that was going on.
Well, Orly always had appreciation for nature and for beauty. I remember walking with her one evening. She was about 6, 7 years old at the time. We were at the beach in Florida where we spent many summers. As she looked at the sun setting, and she said it's pretty as a picture. She loved to paint and draw, and those beautiful scenes. And we still today have some of her artwork. That's it.
Orly had, or should I really say has, many talents. She literally blew us away when she, who was a very shy and very reserved preteen, sang at a school talent show to an auditorium full of people. What a magnificent, strong, and confident voice, especially coming from someone who had always been so very, very shy. I used to say that her shyness was painful to me. She was that shy. Somewhere along the way, though, that shyness disappeared, and today before us, we see a very confident young woman who knows exactly what she wants from life and has the courage to go after it.
Yeah, Orly, as your parents, we can honestly say that we saw life more fully through your eyes. So you have always had those ideas. I love it. Your energy, your enthusiasm, your bubbly spirit, the way you communicate with other people, the way you attract the good things in life, your sense of adventure, and your love to travel are just some examples of what we admire.
So when Orly left Montreal to go to her dream job in San Francisco, Ronnie and I felt very torn. While it seemed to us that she was going to a great opportunity and she really should go, and we did encourage her to go, it was also very hard because she was going so very far away. So in the beginning, we spoke almost daily, at least for the first few months. However, Orly was never a great communicator, and especially that was something she didn't really excel at, especially when it came, to her parents, to us. So one day we were chatting on the phone, and I was telling Orly, well, I have some news. I can't remember what that was about. And I told her my news, and she said, well, I also have some news. And of course I said, well, tell me, what is it? And she said, well, I've seen somebody. So I said, since when? I'm her mother, I need to know all the details. And she said, well, it's been about 6 months. So naturally, we wanted to know what took so long. How come it took you so long to tell us that this was going on? And she said, well, it seems like it's getting more serious now.
But I have to tell you, as soon as Susan hung up the phone, the airline ticket to San Francisco was booked. So off she went to San Francisco for a little visit, and with a promise to keep me informed of what's going on. Avishay, whether you know it or not, that was your test of approval. After all, it's our daughter we're talking about. So, and getting Susan's approval is much harder than getting my approval. And you passed it. You got the approval.
So the day that I met Avishay, as you recall, I think, and you'll agree, he was quite nervous. He was obviously nervous. Remember? Mm-hmm.
I think you're making him nervous right now.
I'm making him nervous. So he and Orly decided to cook dinner for me that night, and they made a beautiful dinner, and we had some nice wine, and we got to know each other a little bit. And within a very short time, I was very confident that everything was going to be just fine. Avishay, I have to admit, and Orly, that the delicious meals that you made together, and the wonderful bread that you sent home with me from San Francisco to Montreal, were really earning points. You did well with that. Also, Avishay started to call me Mom just about from the first day that he met me. And I like that. I thought it was kind of nice, but at the same time, I was wondering, gee, what's this all about?
Well, it became very clear and very quickly that Avishay arrival in Orly's life made her a very happy young lady. Orly and Avishay got along well from the beginning. You share many common interests and passionate about many things. You always have original ideas. For example, you organize not one, but 3 beautiful wedding parties. Last weekend we were in San Francisco. As you know, this couple that stand before us, or sitting before us, became a husband and wife. And tonight we are celebrating with our Montreal family and friends. And in a few short days we'll be off to Israel to celebrate wedding number 3 on the beach in Eilat.
So, Orly and Avishay Kolapkar, your obvious contentment fills our hearts with so much joy. Avishai was thrilled to welcome you to our family.
Thank you.
And we thank you for making our baby girls so happy.
Thank you.
And we love you both. Mazel tov.
Cheers.
Cheers. Water. Water. Sorry.
I don't think it's too bad.
Probably women would. No, I've seen that's fine. We have a standard all Oh, picture? Sitting?
Gonna stand up. Okay.
Hopefully one of those turned out. I'm sure that they're getting sick. They're getting what? Why, did you drink too much? No. I know.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's fine. That's why we did a lot of the beginning.
Should I shut up?
Yeah. There's nothing where it's like awkward. And then in the end, it's just like a 5-hour video that you don't want to watch. It's better to have like short videos.